Hey everyone, I'm Kendrick Diaz, and you're listening to Verse by Verse. A huge chunk of Deuteronomy is Moses rehashing laws and commandments God had given Israel 40 years earlier. But let's not get the impression that's all it is. Deuteronomy is sort of like Moses' commencement address to the new generation of Israelites. The people had finally reached the threshold of the promised land. They were about to embark on a brand new chapter, transitioning from a wandering, Bedouin existence to life as a settled nation with defined borders and a distinct national and spiritual identity. But the road up to that point had been very bumpy, to say the least. And when Moses looked back on that history with them, he didn't whitewash it. He reminded them about the rebellions. He reminded them about how Israel had tested God, all the griping and groaning, the whole messy story. Why? Not to beat them over their head with the nation's mistakes, but to teach them, to exhort them, to inspire them to do better this time around. And then Moses ended with this call to action, Deuteronomy 30 verses 19 through 20. I call heaven and earth as witnesses today against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both you and your descendants may live. Then he goes on to explain what that looks like, that you may love the Lord your God, that you may obey his voice, and that you may cling to him. Why? For he is your life and the length of your days, and that you may dwell in the land which the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give them. In a way, this is a plea. Moses knew that Israel's success rested on one thing, choosing life. See all Israel's errors up to that point, the golden calf incident, the bad report, Korah's rebellion, stemmed from their refusal to choose life. And they suffered for it, needlessly. And all Israel's errors after entering the promised land, it was the same story. They didn't choose life and they felt the consequences. National decline, military defeat, exile. Same root failure. So how are we doing with choosing life? You can look back on your personal history as I can with mine. What have been the effects of not choosing life? The moments we didn't love God, didn't obey him, didn't cling to him. What fruit did those choices bear? Nothing good, huh? But like the Israelites at that moment, the decisions we make from here on out are in our hands. There's nothing fatalistic about this passage. Moses wasn't telling them it was too late or that they were doomed. He was urging them to make the right choice. They had the commandments of God. They had the experiences of their history to look back on. They had the clarity of seeing firsthand the blessings and curses of God. Now it was their choice to make, what they were going to do. And we're in a similar position. We have the Bible. We've seen the effects of choices, our own and others. We know the future God has planned for us, and we know how eager he is to bring that future to pass. But what will we do with that? God wants us to choose life. Let's do that.
Verse by Verse is a Life, Hope, and Truth podcast. Check out the show notes to find more free content, like videos, articles, and booklets in our Learning Center.